Jumadi is a smallholder of his trade collective, Ude Lestari. He's hardworking, very eager to learn, but rarely has the capital to implement sustainable practices. That's because he only enjoys 60% of the market FFB price for his produce. 40% is lost in transport. We want to capture this 40% loss in value and channel it back to farmers' productivity. You and I are going to invest in micro mills. Our peer-to-peer investment platform will help Ude Lestari raise investment to build one micro mill that is located 1 kilometer away from their plantations. We slash logistics tremendously. We called 2 mill producers to confirm these numbers, and yes, they only cost $400,000 to build, and they accommodate as little as 50 farmers. Farmers contribute $0 to participate, but they commit their FFB supplies to us, all the while getting 10% higher price while still making us profitable because our FFB cost is always 20% lower than market. We share our CPO profit with Jumadi in the form of high-quality fertilizers and replanting fund, much like your CPF. And this payout is significant. This alone covers all of Jumadi's expenses for his farms, and 6 months on, he can see his yield improving by 50%. Now we have granular data, not from agents, not from surveys, but from actual mill producers of production, down to individual farmers. Our mill is small enough for personal batches that we can correlate to individual farming practices. We built a complex model to correlate all factors to productivity, giving our farmers advice on specific operational dilemmas, such as, do I actually spend my CPO money on premium fertilizers, or do I invest it in replanting? What's the point of all of this advice if they actually don't get the money, right? So Ricky will bring home the money for them.
So we have run the numbers, and let us show you the most interesting ones. Our mill makes a profit of at least 25% net margin every year, which we will divide into 3 pools of people. The first group will be our investors. They'll be making more than 12% per annum, better than any REITs you can find in Singapore. And just like any REIT in Singapore, we'll be collecting management fee that's pump to pump. We're looking at least 48,000 per annum for 1 mill. The rest of the money, of course, goes back to the smallholder in the form of fertilizer, cash, surplus, and replanting plan. This is a $1 billion opportunity. In Indonesia, we are looking at 1.5 million smallholder households, and that equates to more than 18,000 viable micro mills. At 1%, we are looking at $9.1 million of revenue for us. For the smallholders, they get 50% yield improvement, which means more money in the pocket and less cost to the environment. Now, these are the partners we are looking at, and we're also looking at you to be our investors. So invest in a micro mill. Pump to pump. Thank you.
We now welcome questions.
Any questions?
Yeah, because we do get a lot of questions, but does it really cost that much? So this is your chance, guys. Paul, maybe?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.